this is my last full day in France and my second full day in Paris. So yesterday, after we finished that tour bit, we went to like a traditional French restaurant. What we did was we got a little meal where we had 3 courses, an opener, a meal, and a dessert. And I wanted to try new stuff and do stuff that was out of my comfort zone and, French-ish. So what I did was, for the first bit, I was gonna do escargot, but since I've already tried that, I did mussels, which I hadn't had probably since I was under 10 years old. So it was a while, and it was delicious. I also had duck breast, which was absolutely delicious. They had rabbit, and while I was willing, I just thought of Madeline and her rabbit, and I was like, I can't bring myself to do that. So I had the duck breast. And for dessert, I had ice cream, because I wanted ice cream. Now we're awake. And now that I've got my mom her gift, I can use this like 13 euros I've got left to get the 2 things that I really don't want to leave Paris without. A hat and a French scarf. And today I will be seeking out those 2 in the opposite order. I want the scarf first, and then the hat. So yeah, I have no idea where we're going. I'm pretty sure we're going to the Louvre today, which means that I'll be able to see either the real or the actually drawn by Leonardo da Vinci, but put there by an alien Mona Lisa, and maybe a bit more Van Gogh and such, so that'll be fun. So I just realized finding something, some kind of dude French scarf is gonna be more difficult than I remembered because, well, yesterday all the decorations and gift shops were all Francy France. Today they're all torty France. Like that. So guess who left his bus and museum and just general France pass at home? While the other guys were shopping at the little shops, I have been running here to go grab my pass, and now I'm about to run back out there to try and catch them up to see if I can, do a little bit of buying before we have to go to the Louvre. Success, I found a scarf. Now I just gotta figure out how to wear it properly. Ben, time to strut your stuff. Show us what you got.
Check it out. I'm a European now.
So, here's Ian and I looking as European as humanly possible. Here's Zach, who's looking as American touristy as humanly possible. Well, he's not wearing a Hawaiian shirt, so he's a bit better than that. And then we've got Wilson, who's being a babushka.
The guy with the afro.
There we go. There we go. We've got a good screenshot of Mrs. Henriksen. She's gonna hate it, but she's gonna love it. Camera off. Do 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 do. Bang! Shot ya! Shot ya! Shot ya! Shot ya! I'm not sure what it is about this guy, but I absolutely love him. Amanda, what city are we in?
Paris.
What building are we in?
The Louvre.
Where are we getting lunch?
McDonald's.
So Sarah, what city are we in?
We're in Paris.
And where are we about to go get lunch?
Paris. McDonald's.
At the Louvre.
Well, fair enough.
At the Louvre and McDonald's.
What's a McDonald's doing in the Louvre?
feet.
Okay, so guys, let me tell you what I have for you about the before we go into the
So that's the Mona Lisa, but that's not what I'm here to film.
That's why I like try to do all the time. Like,
Look at all the people pulling out their cameras, their cell phones, to look at the picture, but not taking the time to look at it themselves. I'm going to be putting away this camera so that my taking this film doesn't ironically destroy the point I'm trying to make. So what paintings have you seen so far?
Mona Lisa.
What else have we seen? We saw the Venus. The Venus, which was at that time the ideal vision of female beauty. Didn't have any arms. I thought that was a bit odd. We saw the mosaic. We saw quite a few cool biblical pictures, including one of David and Goliath that looks like this. What's your favorite thing you've seen so far? Oh, sorry. What do you think?
I just think it's cool because, like, I know that some people don't really believe in the Bible. That painting is so old that, like, things, I don't know. It makes sense in my head.
I've seen this post on the internet, and it's a little joke, and it says, you know, people say that people who do only fan art have no creativity, but then you look at all of the paintings on the Renaissance, and it's basically all just Jesus fan art.
True.
So, what's your favorite thing you've seen so far?
I just like walking through this house.
Oh, look, it's Hogwarts. What's your favorite thing you've seen so far?
I don't know. Monet.
Monet? Monet? What's your favorite thing you've seen so far?
Probably the moat, because I haven't seen it before. So this was the original, the original castle design.
So this is Napoleon's apartment. Pretty schmancy. But I think that to rent it out for a month, I'd have to pay however much money I am ever going to make in my entire life combined times 5. So, not exactly ready to start packing my things yet. So that is, yes, the Hammurabi Code, one of the greatest and most, the earliest of the truly just code of laws. Look at it written in ancient Sumerian. This was created with true wisdom and thought. Its goal was to make sure that no one would be oppressed and that justice would be served in a true way. And it is truly a marvel to behold. And I can't even believe I'm in the presence of the actual thing itself. Quick retraction here. This is actually mostly for the people I went on the trip with. I mentioned that this was one of the earliest fair codes, the first one that didn't segregate by class. I was wrong about that. I haven't actually studied this since I was about 12, but I was mixing that with another code of laws. Now I'm about to take a history course, and I should figure out about it again. I did a bit of research, but I couldn't find it. But once I do find it, I'll tell you guys about it. But it wasn't this code here. But do not let that fact take away from how revolutionary this thing was. Its end goal was justice. It wasn't all about order or keeping people in line. It was about making sure that people got their fair share, that people who were wronged were taken care of, and the people who did wrong were dealt with. It was very harsh, and some might even call it barbaric, but for the time, it was sophisticated, enlightened, and the people who wrote it should be admired and respected. So that was really fun. We got to see the Mona Lisa, Venus, a couple of really cool paintings, and Hammurabi Code, and a whole bunch of Mesopotamian stuff, which was fun because I got to tell everyone all about Mesopotamia and I got to tell everyone all about Mesopotamia and the birth of culture. I got to tell him about Gilgamesh and Enkidu and the Hammurabi Code. It was just really cool. We got to talk about the origin of civilization and language and how revolutionary and cool and difficult and amazing it was. And it's just a really good experience. I feel like I would have had a bit more fun in the future if I came alone or just like with a friend or girl or something, because one of the big problems with museums is how long do you stand looking at one thing? Because you never see everything. And there's some things that people just could gaze into for hours, and some things they just want to run by, and no one can agree on it. So I'll definitely have to come back in the future. So yes, we're currently at the Tour de France, and we're about to see some bikes.
Okay, cheer really loud.
Oh my god, so cool!
Look at them all!
Oh, so cool!
So, we just had dinner. We had duck. I had duck and onion soup, which was interesting. Had a little piece of baguette with melted cheese on them inside the soup, which was pretty interesting. And then I had creme brulee. That's the third creme brulee I've had since I was here. The first one I had was the best, and the second one I had was the worst, and this last one was kind of in the middle. And now we're headed to a boat ride on the River Seine. Yes, but I had to get the boat go past the ice down there. Has to come past it.
You can start it down there.
Pour tout renseignement et vous souhaite une très agréable croisière. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the bateau parisien. During the cruise, we're going to pass under 22 bridges and we will see the major monuments of Paris. It will start after the second bridge al largo del crucero. Vamos a descubrir los principales monumentos de París. Pueden escuchar un comentario en español sobre el canal número 4. Español número 4. Desde el sur del crucero.
So, I'm currently on the River Seine in Paris, going under a bridge. I once played a character who stood on the edge of the River Seine just like this. He was called Javert. He was an inspector in a story known as Les Mis, and he was a great character. He believed in the law. He believed in the law religiously. The law brought him out of a world of crime and filth, and the law would bring order to anyone who just wished to accept it and follow it. And he believed every law was equal, and any criminal must be stopped at all costs. But at the end, his morals are held into question, and he goes through a complete crisis, a complete existential crisis, and it's too much for him. And this is the speech. I was a coward. I should have begged him to end my life. Now, I owe him, a criminal, my life. Here is a man whom I have pursued persecution, who could have easily avenged himself upon me. Why does he show me mercy? Why do I shut my eyes on an escaped convict who has broken his hand? I have set a galley slave at large, a terrible infraction of the law. It is unjustifiable. I have simply substituted my own wishes for police regulation. To bring Jean Valjean to the
Devant nous
authorities
se
is
trouve le
wrong.
pont des Invalides et le
But
bâtiment
to
qui est
set
à
him
gauche avec la
at
grande
liberty
verrière et le
is
drapeau
wrong.
français, c'est le Grand Palais. Il a été construit en
Planet
1900 pour
and
l'exposition
doubt.
universelle. Il
Be a
abrite aujourd'hui le
watchdog
Palais
and
de la
to link the
Découverte ainsi que de
intruders'
nombreuses
hands.
expositions temporaires. In front of us, the Invalides Bridge,
Melt.
the building on the left with the French flag
My
on the top
idea
is the Grand Palais,
was never to
which
be
means big
grand
or
or
great palace.
sublime.
It is an exhibition pavilion
was
built as a
merely
World Fair in 1900. It houses now the Science and Discovery Center and also temporary exhibitions.
Failed in this. There are only two paths to escape my dishonor. One is to restore Jean Valjean to his cell, but I see that to be impossible. The other is the only path. Old river depths of the Seine, I come. That bridge behind me is where the French Revolution started, and yes, that's the obelisk where Marie Antoinette got her head chopped off. Yes,
Yeah, definitely.
beginning of revolution. Do you hear the people singing songs of Van Gogh? Well, now I've gotten myself a bit more card space, but I'm more worried about batteries than quality at this point.
Yeah.
I've got 36 minutes, but probably only seconds battery time. It's not like I'll have much to film about tomorrow. This is our last full day in France.
Yeah, no, you know what we're doing tomorrow?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't think we're doing anything.
Where?
I think we're just leaving because the thing leaves at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Let's
miss
soak
it.
it all in, dude.
I'm gonna put away this camera, and I don't think I'm gonna pull it out until much later.
That's why I'm not listening to that.
Right.
Yeah, you can listen to it.
We just need to absorb Paris and our friends, the people.
See it.
People.
Absorb it.
So we were just talking about how the lights reflected in the water, and I pointed out, and Ian agreed with me, that it looks like a Van Gogh painting. So they just decided to treat this like a ballet pole.
That's just too dark.
Don't drop it. It's around
It's around
his
my
neck.
neck. So unless I drop my neck, it won't drop.
Let's get Madame la Guillotine.